I see a lot of people talking about personal branding, starting your YouTube channel, why you should, how you should launch your personal brand, and why it's important in 2025. And although I agree with a lot of things that I see about personal branding being critical, it's one critical piece that's missing from a lot of these videos I'm watching, and that's God. God is sending a lot of entrepreneurs to the marketplace. And what I see happening is that there are some people who are launching personal brands and they're living their best life and they're creating a business around their authentic self, but they're leaving God out of it. And as a purpose-based entrepreneur, as a kingdom entrepreneur, as a faith-based entrepreneur, you have to go to God for what you're doing in business. You're a representation of God. You're a representation of Christ if you're a believer. And He has things that He's looking to get out of your personal brand. There's people who you've been assigned to, people who need your help, people who you're supposed to be serving in business. And I just think it's really critical that we take a look at that and not just launch personal brands just so we can monetize, just so we can make money, but so we can be in alignment with what God actually is looking for us to do here. For those who don't know me, my name is Bakari Kamal. I'm your favorite digital faith coach. I've been doing film and media production for the last 14 years. And I've learned a lot over that time about branding, marketing, content creation, and this opportunity in the digital space now of launching your personal brand and doing digital products, having an education-based business in the digital space. That really excites me. I've always felt like that was going to be the route that would create literal financial freedom for me and for my family. I've been making some YouTube videos pretty consistently this year. And last year I was making some, but this year I really plan to be more consistent, make a video every single week, and show up for whoever wants to hang out with me in the digital space. But my goal is to reach purpose-based entrepreneurs, people who are looking to build a personal brand and monetize it, but aren't trying to leave God out of it. We can talk about branding, we could talk about content creation, we can talk about the confidence and the sales skills needed. We can talk about monetization strategies. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to, are you going to yield to what God's asking you to do? And that actually starts with just starting to create, because a lot of you already know that God is looking for you to do something in the digital space, but you're fearful or you're nervous. Maybe your mindset hasn't developed to the place where you're comfortable showing up in the digital space. And you may be thinking, I don't want people to see my life, and I really don't know exactly what to talk about. I just want to have a business that runs by itself. But at the end of the day, if you're in this day and age, if you're in this day and age and you're looking to really show up in the digital space as an entrepreneur, there's no better thing that you could do than build a personal brand. For me, it's been a little challenging because I've been on YouTube and I'm like, man, I'm wondering why my YouTube videos are not taking off. But at the end of the day, it's just about creating, knowing that the people who need to see it are going to see it, believing in God's journey. God is going to make sure that whatever needs to happen with my videos happens. And so right now I think I have about 500 and some change subscribers. We're pushing close to 600 subscribers here on YouTube. And obviously my goal is to run it up. You know, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And that's one of my goals. So we'll see if I need to start posting more throughout the week, or if it's just a matter of the content resonating and connecting with the people it's supposed to connect with. I've even thought maybe I need to create a new YouTube channel, because a lot of the new YouTubers that are creating new channels are getting pushed into the algorithm. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to get on here, make another video so I could be consistent, first of all, but also to say that be careful who you're listening to in the digital space with all of these people giving advice about personal branding, but they may not have a faith-based foundation. They may not know about Christ. They may not believe in God. They may not read the Bible. And if you're somebody that's looking to be in alignment with what God's asking you to do, then you need to make sure that those foundational principles are really the thing that's building your personal brand up. Hey, relax. Being a good steward of your brand, giving and then you shall receive. All these kingdom principles that you can apply to your personal brand that will help you. Releasing anxiety. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Matthew 6:33, which is my favorite Bible verse, because we want to have influence. We want financial freedom. We want time freedom. We want to have nice things, and we want to create a life for our family and be successful. But all that doesn't matter if you're not seeking the kingdom first. And that's what the scripture says. And I truly believe if you seek God, if you pray, you read the word, and you really build your intimate personal relationship with him, that he will give you the desires of your heart. But he's looking to build you up and develop your character so that you can become the type of person that can handle the things that he's looking to bless you with. And at the end of the day, God has an agenda. He's looking to get something done on this earth, and he's looking to do it through you. And there is a group of people who you can help and you can serve that I can't. And they're assigned to you. Their souls are assigned to you. There's so many people who are not going to go to church. Young people, the youth, they're not going to go to church all the time. And people who are in the marketplace, they're not going to go to church, but they may find out about Jesus, find out about the Bible. They may feel the Spirit of God through interaction with you, and that may introduce them and plant a seed. Introduce them to God, introduce them to Jesus, plant a seed. Maybe it gets watered over time by other people, but you never know how you and your business can be a representation of Christ and truly change somebody's life. I think if you're watching this, hey, this dog is crazy, y'all. If you're watching this, start the YouTube channel. Don't wait anymore. Start the YouTube channel. Do it. I think YouTube is the best way to build your personal brand. If you want to build a personal brand in 2025, get on YouTube. Everybody's getting on YouTube. There's a lot of opportunities. People are building real authentic audiences here. And that's what I'm looking to do as well. I'm developing my coaching program. I'm literally developing my freebie products and developing my sales funnel, looking at what software I'm going to be using and literally developing it for myself, but also so that I can show other people how to build an online business. And that's really what it is, man. It's that time of in society, really, to go after what you really believe in. I have been building a video production company for the last 3 years. I have a team, and it's been going great. However, I also want to do something that is so much more intimate and personal to me as an individual. I want to make sure that I'm fulfilling my God-given purpose here on earth. I want to make sure I'm evangelizing and doing that in the digital space, reaching the youth, reaching other people. And so I feel like doing YouTube is the best place to be. When you look at kids who are 2 years old right now, 1 and 2 years old, they're watching YouTube, all the way up till 70 and 80-year-olds that are watching YouTube. The range on YouTube is crazy. It's really crazy. And I just feel like it's the best place for you to just sit down, turn the camera on, and start getting comfortable with communication. Start getting comfortable with who you are. Start to develop your message. And it can be terrible. And you don't have to spend so much energy trying to create short form content. I love short form content, and it's valuable and it's extremely it's an asset. But at the same time, long form to me is where you can really build an audience. So I just keep driving the point home that you can't leave God out of what you're doing in this season. You can work as hard as you want, but if you're not submitted to God, if you're not submitted to what it is that He's looking to do in your life, then it's going to be a challenge no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be hard. At the end of the day, God is going to give you instructions. Right after He gives you instructions, it's your job to move in obedience. But if you're not really seeking God, if you're not asking God questions, if you're not praying, if you're not discerning His voice, then how are you going to get those instructions? And if you go off and build a whole business around something that He really wasn't looking for you to do, then you're wasting years and years of your time. And I don't want to waste no more time. I'm building a business around what I love to do. I'm building a business that's going to provide for my family, that's going to support my production team. And I think personal branding and building a brand around who you are is the best and only way to do that. I just want to encourage you guys to think about that as I watch so many people talking about personal branding in the digital space. But let's be bold in our walk with Christ. Let's be bold with talking about God. We talk about everything else, and everybody's in the digital space talking about all types of things, and they're very bold. Well, us as believers, us as Christians and purpose-based entrepreneurs, we have to be bold too and say, we love Jesus and we're looking to make money online and monetize our personal brands, and that's okay because that's who we are. That's a big part of who you are. And you shouldn't have to compromise yourself in any capacity. Personal branding is all about being authentic. So why shouldn't you talk about Jesus in your business? That's authentic, right? You go to church, or you're a believer. Maybe you don't go to church, but you're a believer and you're in your word and you're praying. You're developing your relationship with Christ. That doesn't have to be all private. We're called to create disciples. We're called to evangelize, right? And so this whole idea, well, I want my whole life to be private. It's like, a lot of the things that you went through in your life were for the purpose of sharing with other people so that it could transform their lives. So turn up, like turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Stop playing around, start the YouTube channel, be consistent this year, and let's run it up here on YouTube. Let's continue to evangelize for the kingdom. The whole goal is that we build a personal brand that develops itself into an online business. And that online business gives us time freedom and financial freedom so we can do more ministry and do more of what God has called us to do. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. We'll be talking about biblical branding. I'll be taking you on my kingdom entrepreneur journey. We'll talk about content creation, monetizing, and just being more confident in your sales and confident in your entrepreneur journey. Confident in front of the camera as well. So if all those things sound like something you're interested in, then tap in. It's your boy Bakari Kamal, your favorite digital faith coach, and I will see you all on the next one. Let's get it.